Cheers to you, friends. It is Saturday, February 13th, 2016, and I'm still in Moscow, but this is the last night. Tomorrow we take a train to St. Petersburg. Today we went to a flea market, kind of open air market, and so I just bought a few things, like a scarf, which is it's a babushka thing, a grandmother. This is a thing that your grandmother wears, but they're in fashion again, like a lot of things grandmothers wear. So finally, I'm fashionable again. So, and they all have names. This one is named Marsha. So, this pattern. Anyway, what else did I get? Oh, fur things. That was like, as far as souvenirs for myself. I got cool postcards. Hold on. Okay. So no matter where I travel, I often go to antique stores and get postcards, or if, people don't really send postcards anymore. So if I buy postcards wherever I go, but if I can get to an antique store, I go and buy vintage postcards, and a lot of people, like write in pencil, so I like erase people's, writing and put my own. So luckily enough, I had already told our guide Anna that I was keen on this, so she, helped me pick out postcards. So it's like this, which is a postcard for May Day. National Labor Day. Let's see, what else do I have here that's especially cool? Oh, this too. This is a card from the anniversary of the Revolution. It was 1917. This is a card for International Women's Day, which is it's a very big holiday in Russia. And I got a fair amount of, let's see, there's some New Year's ones, which is, they celebrate Christmas. Their Christmas is in January. So their big holiday is the New Year, and it goes from like the 1st of January to like the 17th. Is New Year card. Oh yeah, right, I should have said this before. Spoiler alert for my friends that are going to be getting these cards in the mail. And then some pretty, some like famous Soviet actors. And I just went by their photographs, the people who I found most attractive. Like this guy right here. Yeah, he's pretty cute. And this one originally went to Olga, 1962. And my favorite guy is this guy. So the thing that I left out of these logs was the Putin scoops. So like the Putin news every day. politics aside, I just think Putin is kind of handsome, and he looks like, so like my type. There's like a type. It's just sort of like Steve McQueen, like Daniel Craig, sort of like, and as an aside, there like this is like a very, it's pretty like Russian, like light hair, light eyes, like sort of like craggy, world worn sort of. So like this guy right here, he's, you know, pensive brow. Kind of like him a lot. Okay, so I got cards and postcards to send back home. Is the scarf, some, you know, other things to give as gifts, and the one thing I really wanted was fur. It's not what I like. Yeah, you have your opinions about fur. Like, go ahead and have your opinions. But that's what I really wanted. And here it's much, I mean, besides the ruble being weak, it's very, very affordable because there's a lot of animals and people wear fur all the time. It's very common. So, so yeah, this is sort of like warm, furry, ear muff sort of thing, you know. This would have been, this is like what I think of as sort of some sort of like 1940s, like ice skater sort of whatever. But what I really wanted was fox. I've always loved red fox. I always wanted one, and I bought like stole a vintage one, and it is all fucked up. It was like desiccated and gross and old, and but it's to replace, very expensive. It's a custom made piece. It's like, you know, I went to the furrier and it's kind of like old, it's coming back into fashion, go figure. Granny shit is back in style, but it's still like a custom thing. It's whatever. It's like a little over $500 American. So so that was my one, my big exciting thing. Is this guy. Yeah, this is all his little legs. Still, he smells a little bit like a cat. Big fluffy tail, you know, like, you know, I guess, I mean, whatever. It can be weird to wear someone else's face, but, you know, that's, I mean, I guess that's what ambivalence means. So, shopping. Oh wow, let's do it. I mean, let's do some more of this. So, went shopping, and then our host Anna cooked a meal for us. When we said we wanted to do this, she was like, "What do you want to try?" And I said, "Well, you know, when you go back home to visit your family, think like what your mom would make for you. You know, like, oh, you haven't been back here." So she's from Siberia. So you know, here's comfort food.